Morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are going to be discuss a very separate topic, and that topic is all about ServiceNow architecture, backend like a data centers, and about the other stuff. So there's a white paper available on the ServiceNow site, which is called High Advanced Availability. Okay, we call it as a AHA. Sorry, Advanced High Availability. This is was the top. This was the this PDF name. The first question come. What is architecture of ServiceNow? ServiceNow has a three. Not I. Sorry, I'm not saying three. Just see on this one. Don't go for the anything on the text. This one. ServiceNow follow a multi-instance architecture. When I say multi-instance architecture means every instance what we have or what our customer have, there is no impact if one customer instance go down, so other customer also get to go down. No, there is no relationship. If you see, there is no relationship between these two. So if I take just a screenshot and we'll go on that this thing. Okay. This is called the multi-instance. So if you see that there is no relation between these two. There is no relation between these two. Means every customer has its own identity in the ServiceNow ecosystem. Even though if you notice the hardware they will be using, this one is different from the hardware they are using. So the reason come why this question come in the picture, because when we as a consultant, sometime as a pre-sales consultant, as a sales consultant, sometime as a technical consultant, customer ask this question, hey, how my instance you make sure that it will be always up and running and has no interaction from the other instance? Because it's all not about the usage, it's about the differentiation between the data level as well. So if let's say Venkat is a financial customer and I'm a telecom customer, I don't want that Venkat should able to see my anything do my in my instance. So in this case, ServiceNow said, don't worry, I am giving you the separate instance. It is not a multi-tier, it is a multi-instance architecture. So my PDI and your PDI are like this, 1, 2, 3. But in this area, if you see, the hardwares are in the sharing basis. Internally, they are doing this thing. But again, hardware means only these two app nodes hardware are interacting with each other. And every instance its own database. Currently, ServiceNow is on the MariaDB database. And last time when I went to knowledge, they released a concept called the Raptor database, which is 3 times more faster than the MariaDB. Hopefully that Raptor DB will be out soon for the new customers. So every customer has its own database as well, because your data gets stored here only. So it means there's no relation of this database with this particular database, with this particular database. No relation at all. My instance, my database, my app nodes are totally separate. But in this concept might be, if you read somewhere that Atul, there is a concept called the tenant management as well in ServiceNow. That concept is called domain separation. What it means, it says, what is domain separation mainly? Just overview will pick up, not everything. So this is my instance. This is one instance. In this instance, I am giving a space to Venkat, to Neha, to Preeti, to Nikesh, to Uday. So domain separation is like there is a one flat, 4 different rooms, and 4 different persons are staying in that room. That is called the domain separation. Multi-tenant architecture we call this. Not multi-instance, multi-tenant. That is totally different concept. Domain separation required domain separation plugins. It has its own architecture, but it has no relationship with this fundamental. For us, these 3 are the 3 different instances where the customer is using it. So it is not 2-tier, 3-tier, it is a multi-instance architecture. Number 1 part we have to be understand as a ServiceNow consultant. Now the second question come. Sorry, okay, let's take this only. Atul, where is my instance has been hosted? Do you know that where is your instance has been hosted? What is the data center for the same? No. But customer asks this question. Where my instance is getting hosted? ServiceNow provide data centers. So mainly they have a data center in these 5 continents: Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. In Asia, they have, I guess, in Mumbai or in Bangalore. Europe, they have, I guess, in Germany as well. So total, if you see here, total 31 data centers ServiceNow has. Believe me, as per my experience in the last 10 years in ServiceNow ecosystem, I never found, at least in my case, that ServiceNow is down. ServiceNow down, or it was there. There are some cases recently has been found that ServiceNow were down for 1 hour, half hour, 45 minutes kind of things. But my experience, I never see this thing. So ServiceNow has total 31 data center, and every data center has a pairing data center. Means there is a main data center and there is a backup data center. So 31 has a combination main and backup. Main and backup, and this is what the fundamental call it as a AHA, advanced high availability. Do you think that if, let's say, a credit or financial institute is using ServiceNow and they are down for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or half an hour or 1 hour, how much loss they're getting it? In millions, specifically in the peak hours, in the day morning hours kind of stuff. So ServiceNow say that, boss, don't worry, I have 31 data centers which are in these continents. And if I say, if I take this case, Let's say this is my one data center and this is my second data center. These two data centers are in sync always. This is what the next screenshot I'll show you. So if you see, if you read this line here, ServiceNow maintain continuous asynchronous app replication from the database of current primary data center to the secondary. Means in this data center, I have a database that get connected with the backup data center database and asynchronous replication are happening. So if you see someone putting a question in the community, hey, I want to restore my data, I want to restore my service now. Can I get the backup? Yes. You can get the backup as well. So how that work? They have removed. Yeah, this one I'm saying. See, this is primary data center. This is secondary data center. And if you notice by this picture, see the intention is not to give you a lot about this thing. The intention is that to understand that how these things work. And this concept is called advanced high availability. How quickly I can move from one data center to another data center in case there is something wrong in the primary data center. Might be flood, fire, natural calamity, unnecessary, unplanned, unthing has happened. How quickly I can move it. So if you see this picture a little bit on the broader perspective, just don't think that it is a picture. Think from the customer perspective. Data center 1, data center 2, this is where this thing has been hosted. Instance has been hosted. And primary data center has app nodes and it has a database. Even though in the primary as well, they have a backup database as well. Means even though in the primary I have another backup. Also for this whole data center, I have another data center as well, which again hold a database. So means one database has a 3 copies, 1, 2, and 3 copies. Because ultimately data is important. And all these are interconnected with each other so that database replication can be happen asynchronous. It is not like that it will be done only in the midnight. No. Asynchronous, it is happening in the background, even though I don't know, even though you don't know. But it is be happening. So what ServiceNow says here, and this concept is called transfer and failover. In case there is an outage in the primary data center, how quickly you can transfer it to the data center 2. So generally what happens when you buy the ServiceNow or you procure the ServiceNow instance, as per your organization headquarter kind of stuff or the main stakeholder from that particular organization, ServiceNow hosts the instance in nearby data center only. So if I'm in a Europe, why should ServiceNow host my instance in the America? Because if the instance will be hosted far away from my prime location, then it may take some time to open the pages, open the load form as well, because it's totally cloud based. Important. Might be for us, it doesn't matter, but for the companies, it's matter. So ServiceNow said, don't worry, I have every data center has a backup data centers. This one. And this is, you can see it's showing go live in 23. Now we're in 25. Might be the data, the count has been increased now. So every data center has its backup. So you can see in India also we have one. I guess that is in Bangalore, but what I heard, Bangalore or Mumbai, they'll be setting up. Recently, ServiceNow said that they're going to be set up the data center in the UAE, Dubai as well, because maximum Dubai or few which I know as per my experience, they are on the on-premise point of time. They're not using cloud-based. So ServiceNow said, don't worry, I'll set up the data center in your country itself, so that your data is not going out anywhere. So this is what this concept. Now the question comes, when ServiceNow take the backup. So we know that we are using WhatsApp, and every evening or might be as per your given time, your WhatsApp get backed up. Might be in the morning, in the afternoon, for the few minutes it takes and it back up your all data. Same thing, same concept is applicable here as well. ServiceNow, what we are doing in a day, ServiceNow take the backup of the same as well. Practically, this backup can be used when you want to be restored. Something goes wrong in your instance and you have no other option. You ask ServiceNow to give the backup and they will give the backup, but it will be last backup only, not current backup. So what it says for the backup perspective, oops, they don't have this back. Yeah, this one. Because it is a huge maintenance. So now you can understand that how big the infrastructure ServiceNow having at point of time. 31 data centers. Again, it's a big, and all the data centers are syncing, means primary and secondary are syncing with each other asynchronously. 24/7. So how big the infra they are maintaining at point of time. But that's fine. We are paying for the services. So ServiceNow says that I take a backup as well. And the backup is full direct disk backup are performed every 7 days. From the day you started and till today, if you want a backup that has been performed every 7 days, like every Monday, every Sunday, every Tuesday kind of things. And that is retained for the next 14 days. So if I'm taking backup today, so it is available till 15th of April. That is the one thing. And the differential backup, what we do. So what WhatsApp do? They take a differential backup. We call it a delta as well. They take the differential backup every 24 hours. So what has been done yesterday, the difference of today has been backed up again. And backup are stored in the same data center where the data reside, so that it is easy for you to be take it back anytime with production instance backed up. Or production ka jo backup hai, that is has been done in the both data centers. This is what we see. Sorry, this. ये lines का. ठीक है. So this has been taken, it reside there for that particular purpose. But in the sub-production instances, sub-production means your dev, your UAT, okay, are backed only in their primary data centers, not in the backup. Means ServiceNow taking the backup of all three instances, dev, test, and production. Production is getting sync, but dev and test is not getting sync. They are there, but in the primary data centers. Okay, and also ServiceNow is using some automating testing framework to make sure that data backup has been done successfully and reports has been generated. So let's say today the backup has been done, it is for the 1 GB. And tomorrow the backup has been done for the same customer, only 200 MB. How this is possible? It is not the weekend, it is not the holiday, but still there is less data. Might be something wrong in the backup itself. So ServiceNow have few checks at their end which they do to confirm that backup has been performed completely and accurately. So if you see this thing, regularly automated testing are run to ensure the backup quality and any failure has been informed. Clear everybody? Doubt, question, clarification, a small topic only. Okay. Now this has been done. Let's go to service.
So sir,
Go ahead, Praveen.
sir, from which backup we configured?
We did not configure
Hello?
anything. We did not
No,
configure
no.
anything.
Achha, is there any software for backup or?
No. So when you procure ServiceNow instance, then you have an agreement with the ServiceNow. So ServiceNow asks you, okay, when you need
Okay, sir.
backup, what time you need a backup, how much means they tell you that how to retrieve that backup as well. So this is all the agreement timings when the procurement has been, sorry, instance has been procured. We as a customer, we as a service provider never do these things. It's all ServiceNow taken care. No software we are using. It's
Okay,
all
sir.
ServiceNow because ServiceNow is maintaining those instances, right? Not you and me. It is in their data center. So if I ask you, hey, in your home, you're staying, how you are managing your fruits and vegetables? Atul, I keep in fridge. But why you're asking? Or what you want? It's my house, my vegetable, my fruits, so I know that how to take a backup of that. So this is as simple until unless it is on-prem. Then it is your responsibility as a customer to take a regular backups. Because on-prem means you have your own database, you have own your infrastructure as well, everything is your own. So that is the case here. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now let's move a little bit interesting on the ServiceNow instance. In the last 24 days, we are doing a lot of work in the ServiceNow instance. As I say that everybody has some properties. Your height, your weight, your age, gender, marital status, finance, job, family, qualification, your fairness, your color, your skin, your touch, your hobbies. Are these all, sorry, these all are the properties. In the same manner, ServiceNow instance also have a property. So if you notice that Atul, when I check in my instance, this logo is not showing, but your instance it is showing where it has been configured. So this is called the UI properties. Let me just search like this. This one. Basic configuration UI 16. So we are using UI 16. And this property is a global property. Means if I change anything here, so everybody who is using my PDI, they're also getting new changes. So page header caption. I guess this one. They're saying page header is something here. I'll put LNG. ब्राउजर यहां पर जो आएगा ब्राउजर टैब टाइटल LNGP. When we procure the instance, what should be the default time zone for every user? You can set it here. Atul, can I put my customer logo here? Click on the plus icon and you can do it. So like say I want to do this. So only one photo you can put it. What should be the date format for everybody? What should be the time format for everybody? And header color background like this. Banner text color, this one. Divide strip in between these colors are there. So generally we don't touch these things until unless there is a specific demand from the customer. I need these changes as well. 3 or 4 things which we do for the customer. Number 1, we ask for the page header, we ask for the browser title, and we ask for the image. Now if I save it, the things will be changed here. Let me refresh. Sometimes it's a cache issue as well. It takes some time. These are called the UI properties. Sorry, basic UI configuration. See, this has been changed. Now you can see LNGP, LNG together means it is a combination of these two. And if you see here, it's showing LNGP. It is coming from browser tab title. This is the first part. So when any customer procure the instance and we go for the workshop, in the foundation data workshop, we have these discussion. Okay, give me your this thing. Sorry. Give me your page header section, give me your browser title, give me time zones, give me the image picture of your logo so that I can put it here. After this, there are multiple properties as well. But what we are going to be discuss is called the UI properties. ये वाला system properties, UI properties here. Okay. And these properties are little different. These properties are mainly applicable at the form level, table level as well. And number 1, these are again the global level changes. So let's say Venkat is doing something on one property and he save it. And immediately Nikesh is also doing some work on that property and he save it. So Venkat changes will be get overridden. It's not personalized. It is about global properties. Okay, so we'll not go in each and everything here, but few things which we'll see here. So it says what are the roles required. So if I open my instance in the other window and open the incident. So when we send when we update something in the ServiceNow instance, there is an email trigger. And that email I want it should be get stored in the my instance as well in this section. यहाँ पर आनी चाहिए. And who can view this email? If a user who has a these role, ITL role, SNHR core, or the KSAT role. So to view the emails in this record level, incident, change, problem, any record which are sending the email and receiving the email, if any user want to be see that emails, then it should have this role. Okay. Then we'll not go in these one. These are little this thing. Now, if you notice from the last 24 days, Atul, why you always come here and click like this? Save. Cannot you add this option in the form here? The save button should be here only. We can add, and that is coming from the property. Show save insert stay button on the form. I'll show you something. When I click on this and click on save, it has three things: save, insert and stay. So now if I reload my page, so you can see here. You can save. There's a difference between save and update. If you click on the save, I will be here only. After reload, the page will be same. But if you click on the update, it will take you to the list view. But the problem is that sometimes if you have multiple tabs open and then you click update, then sometimes it get hampered via cache, and instead of going into the list view, it go in the some other page as well. So I can do save here. Now what is the meaning of the insert and stay? Let me go and show you something here. We all created the users. All right. Now if I say, guys, create 5 more users, but in the 5 users, just change the department. So instead of going here, clicking all user new, we can click insert and stay. It is like copy paste. There is a no control C control V here. It is insert and stay. Means if I click on this, a new record has been created, but I can modify this new record. Mainly insert and stay we are using in the foundation data perspective. Not much recommended. We should not use until there is a small count or small data we have to be update or to be create. But it is an option has been given. And what is the meaning of the insert? Create a copy of the current record with any modified value. With any modified value. So if I say A and now I click insert, has been created. So now CAM should have 3 entries. This is what we created. This is what we copied. And rest 2 are the previous one. So this is the purpose of insert and stay. And it comes with the save. Enable right click on the edit context menu. Let's say I'm opening this record. I don't want any user should able to right click like this. This is this portion from here to here. This is called the context menu. I don't want any user should able to right click. So I can do it from the property. A user can attach any file with the help of the drag and drop. So let's say I'm coming here and I want to be attach some file. Drag and drop. Attachment done. Why? Because this property is enabled. If you see, let me show you one more thing. Let's see. Okay. Drag and drop. What you're seeing? 3 plus 3. Atul, I want to show minimum 5 attachments here only. Rest it can be plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. So you can set this property here. Here. So if I click, let's say 9, that how many attachments I can show on the screen without plus or minus, sorry, plus thing. As you put a 9, let's reload this page. And now you can see instead of 3, you can see all 5s. See. Again, it's to make a good user experience, ServiceNow giving this as a properties. Then there are few tables which is not audited. Sorry. So list of tables that will have deleted audit. So if you delete these tables, it will be get audited. This is what these are the properties. So these are the table name. By default, system table don't have delete audit. So if you want to keep an audit means I want to know that who deleted this. Then you have to be add those table in this list. So ServiceNow says default, these are the few tables which I'm auditing it. If you delete this table by mistake or someone delete this table, so I can tell you that who deleted these tables. Next is something from the incident perspective. I want to be set a property that after 5 days, my incident get closed automatically. So here I can define the number of days. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 days, 7 days. Very common property, it has been used that after how many days I want my incident should be moved to the closed from resolved. So you can set up the days here. So in the backend, a job run, which call this property and do the work. Now show this button, save, submit and this thing. You can see. Let me show you. But let's do one thing. You can see these two buttons, right? Update here. Submit. From where these buttons are coming? Here. Do you want to show this button on the top? Do you want to show this button on the footer? Easy to go, but this is coming from the property. Who can use this global search? Not everybody. The role has been defined here. A user who has ITL role, text search admin role, admin, or delegated developer. Only these roles are able to use the global search. This has been defined here in the system properties. So what my experience says, what I learned specifically, if you are doing some troubleshooting in ServiceNow, the first place you should go and check, is there any property given by ServiceNow for that particular work? If yes, might be you have to just make a change in the property to work. Because we take ServiceNow properties are underrated, but they are the key here. Okay, now if I little bit more scroll, open a new window when related object has been clicked. So I'm talking about this thing. When you click on this and open record, it open in the same window, but I don't want. So untick this. Open the new window. I said yes, sorry. If I click on this, it will open the new window now. Reference objects. Allow replacing the current screen of the related object. Do you want to be replace it? I said no. Keep it like this, but open the new window. Check. Maximum properties are given by ServiceNow. We use as it is only. Property level changes we not do a much, specifically on the UI property perspective, not the basic configuration perspective. Okay, this is one. Now, maximum number of autocomplete matches written the email client. So let's say I want to be send a email from my instance itself, from ServiceNow record itself. Click here. Sorry, click here. Why it's not showing this to us? Let me say one. Sorry. So we can send an email. So you can see here email. So 10 are showing. Why 10 are showing? Because this has been configured here. Autocomplete 10 matches should be there. So if I say MA, see, it's showing 10 matches on this particular part. Okay. Then enable UI filters. ये जो आपको लिस्ट व्यू पे दिख रहे हैं, सॉरी नॉट हियर. Yeah, these are the UI filters. Do you want that user can use this? Enable these properties. Okay. Then enable impersonation button in the banner line. यहाँ पे जो आपको बटन enable दिखता है impersonation का. Do you want to show it? Then make a yes. Few things might be you say yes, it's good to be no. Few things like a very boring. Atul, very tough to be no, very tough to be recognized, or very rare customer ask for the changes. That is, I'm saying that maximum cases we don't touch these properties. But we are a consultant, we are ServiceNow developers, advocates here. So we should know that how and where it show, what it do, what its affect actually. Okay. Now one more thing here. Not this one. List of element types that cannot be edited in the list editor. Means this is my list, right? There's a few elements which you cannot edit it. Type, HTML type, document ID type, conditions you cannot edit, template value you cannot edit, videos type you cannot edit in the list editor. यहाँ पर अगर आप if you have any field which are kind of a video type and if you click it here, you cannot edit that because this has been defined here. User image, domain path. You can edit it, but you have to go to to open the form, not from here. List of role that can use a personal list. If you want to do your own personalized list, like when we are preparing, right? We are making a favorite. So if there's a blank, it means any user can make their personal list. If you put a role like ITL, admin, this, only those users are able to do the things. show the new button on many to many list. Like change is related with the incident, incident related with the change. Do you want to show the new button there? Then you have to be tick this box. Okay. Mainly what I'm looking for more. ये हमने देखा ये वाला. So if you see this, it's showing 109. From here, the list is coming. More the count, or let's say remove this. And save. Come here, refresh. And now if you go in the additional actions, see 100, 50, 100 and 500. Why? Because the property has been changed now. So these things we can change here. There are the few tables on which you cannot even create the reports. Means if you go in the data visualization, let me show you. Click on the new. There's a table called sys choice table. Let's say I want to go for the column. And my data source. Choice. Sorry. Choice table. You will not able to make on the sys choice table. No. Location table. Like this. There's a few tables which we cannot access on the reports. Might be in the data visualization, they are giving some exception, but this has been defined here. List of system table that are reportable. सिर्फ ये tables हैं जो report हो सकती हैं. By default, system tables are not reportable. So if you want that you can report it, then you have to be add that table in this area. See, two big lists. So choice table is not there, I'm sure. The reason we are not able to make it. This is something I learned in one of the interview question. So that person asked, hey, can we restrict the tables on the report? I said no, because I thought it's not possible, but yes, it is possible. These things. Now, if you're working, you're creating a field which is radio type, you can click here to display as a none as well. First none, yes and no, like this. By default, number of rows to display in the list. When you load it, it's showing 20. This is what you can make a change here. I want to show 100, but more the count you will add, it take more time and it can impact the system performance. Okay. Is it this? Enable global search. Sorry, this one. allow use the insert and insert stay option on the task drive table. So if you notice earlier that insert and stay was available only in the foundation data. But if I want to enable it on the task and its table incident change problem, then you have to take this. That it will be available on the incident table as well. But for the foundation data, we don't use these things. Sorry, for the transitional data, we don't use these options. Okay. Then enable the global search. I want to be hide it completely for everybody. Then tick this box. Number of global text search results matches per table. So if I say 15 and if I go here and search here, definitely we did not save it. So let's say email. It is showing first 10 results here. You can see here only showing 10. So if you want to increase this limit, you have to go and put it here. That minimum, these results should be out. List and form view to use global search text results blank means default view. We're talking about this thing. ये जो है ये टेक्स्ट सर्च ये. Do you want to enable it? Then tick this box. Multi-line text can be resized. If you see this, it is a multi-line text. Mainly this work in the important in the knowledge management. So ये multi-line text है हमारे. जनरली यहाँ पे प्लस और माइनस का साइन होता है. So you can enable it. Okay. Then update record when using blue. Nothing is there. No. Okay. There's a role required. Let's say now I have a lot of views here. This one. Who can change the view from one to another? For that, a user must have a view changer role. That is required for a user to be have if he want to be change the role from one to the view from the one to the another. Okay. Yes, almost the rest is good for us. No need to go for a little bit more in the depth part. Yeah. So this is all about the system properties of ServiceNow. Also, if you see one more thing, if I go here in the system properties, there are the properties for the different things as well. Like there's a property for the import export. You cannot export more than 10,000 record in a one go. There are the limits for exporting on the CSV, XML, SS, XLS as well. And those has been set up in this area, in this property level. So from here, the properties came. Export in the CSV, export in the Excel, export in the XLS, export in the XML, export in the JSON, PDF. So from here, these things, and import as well. How many records you can import in a one go? This is the import, export, these things, and this limits work on the either you want to download the data from the list view from here, like this, or you want to download the data from the reports. This limit are applicable at the both places. Other than this, there are properties for the email as well. email enable, disable, which we already discussed this particular part. Then system properties. For joining, like if you want to join some tables, then and something called on the logs level, basically, then you use or we use this thing. Maximum number of entries retrieved for displaying the activity stream. If you open this, this is activity stream. Ye wala. This. How many entries you want to be show? 250 is the maximum one. List of role who can access the history of a record. If I go here, history. Who can see? A ITIL user can see this thing. Assign a task number only upon the insert. When you're creating a record and inserting it in the database, only then the number should generate. I said no. So generally what we see, as soon as we click on the new, the number gets generated automatically. But if you want to prevent that, you can tick this box. So these are the few things which you can use it here. Banner image. What do we change it? Banner image. Banner image here. Tick. Now your SLAs properties. You can read these SLA properties. Not sure that why it's too complicated like this. But SLA has also its properties which you can use. Also, we have property for the service catalog as well, which we see. Catalog and request management. So this is what now you have to go through. Open these properties and just read it. If you're understanding, that's good. If not, search it. Few important properties also there. Okay, ji. Clear everybody till this point. In doubt, question, clarification. No doubt, no question, no clarification. Good. Let me stop the recording and take attendance now.